Most serious note, R. Kelly is appealing his case.
Step in the name of love.
Again?
Step.
R. Kelly say he taking to the Supreme Court.
I'm with him.
You with him? You been with him?
Yeah, man, I'm with him.
Yeah.
Why are you with him?
You R. Kelly and P. Diddy. You with P.
They ain't
Diddy
know no
too?
better.
Huh?
He didn't know any better.
You know what? Pretty women come up there and
He
say
didn't
you
know
don't tell
any
their
better
age.
to sleep with a 14-year-old woman and
You know
urinate
that
on her.
14, you don't know that.
He didn't know she was 14. He thought she was 15.
You know that.
That's the 14-year-old woman
I'm
he
just
was
saying.
with.
I'm just saying.
I saw the video.
I'm just saying if it was
I
like
saw
we saw the
video,
video, we saw the documentary, but if parents actually went to the police and said my child is 14 years old and a grown man got her, the police would have instantly went in there and knocked the door down, and they never did until the money dried up.
They'd have got there after the door was already down because I busted in there.
So you're saying that because, hold on, I just want to make sure I understand this. So you're saying that because the parents did not go to the police
and you don't
until
know that.
the money, and we don't know that until the money, dried up, that is a reason for him to be released because he didn't get.
He didn't know.
Oh, Ray,
parents
you may
didn't.
want to slow. You may want.
I think Graham just saying.
The 14-year-old girl that he urinated on.
You know they just
No,
locked
let's
a
take it to the
preacher up
hill.
in Texas who was with a 12-year-old girl.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is that man has been out. He had a videotape in the 90s. And for that man to continue to do that, and ain't nobody do anything when the videotape was out, and then all of a sudden when it seemed like, okay, I'm no longer giving these families money, and then the woman who released the R. Kelly thing, it so happened that she had an album coming, I just didn't do nothing. I'm just looking at stuff all lines up.
This coming from somebody who never pissed himself, though.
I don't believe you, Ray.
Absolutely.
He like, at least he ain't pissed himself. Now, you piss on somebody else, that's all right. He like, long as he ain't pissed himself. He like, long as R. Kelly didn't piss himself, he all right with me.
It's all right. And nobody came and got him.
No, I think he could have pissed
Look,
himself.
I don't care if it was in the
He
80s.
did it in the
If he would have
90s.
pissed on my daughter,
Hey,
he'd be
man.
dead right now.
Hey, man.
All I'm saying is
Hey,
they
man,
never
I don't
arrested him.
care when you piss yourself or whatever. If you had sex with an underage person, you get what's coming to you.
I totally agree in that aspect, but at the same time,
I saw the video.
Yeah.
That girl looked young.
that
There's
wasn't the
no
first
way
time
you
either,
can
though.
think
Man
she
was
was
How
good.
many
Hey,
times
she wasn't no
did you
rookie.
see the video? Because that's watching child pornography,
Was
and that's
she a
also
rookie?
a felony.
And
How many times did you watch the video? Y'all saying I watched the
I
video
watched
of
it
this
3
little
or 4
girl.
times.
Right, so that's just as wrong as pissing yourself.
No, that ain't as wrong as
He who
pissing
has
on
never
nobody's
pissed
head.
himself.
The
That ain't
video-
as wrong
Or
as pissing
another-
on a little girl's head.
Right.
You
I
watching
just
video,
think-
trying to see is R. Kelly.
Exactly.
This really
Right.
fucked up. And you telling me I deserve the time that R. Kelly get?
Right.
Now, I'm not sure about you, DC, but I'm pretty sure Bo P jacked off to this video. I'm damn sure this nigga jacked off to this video. Now, you ain't
hey, I'll tell you who should be in jail is the parents that dropped them off.
Yeah, I
Let
agree
them
with
in
that.
there.
I agree with that.
Because I
hold
got
on.
6 daughters, and trust me, I ain't letting none of my daughters hanging around R. Kelly or anybody else.
I agree.
Thank
But
you.
for
Even
those,
Brian
but for
Harper.
those parents that did not know,
What you mean they ain't know?
there were parents out. I mean, what I said. There were some parents that didn't know that their child was messing with R. Kelly. I'm not talking about the ones that knew.
And
kept
that
them at
kind of
home.
money, you know,
They
for a
never
while,
came
they
home.
said R. Kelly was giving them little girls a whole lot of money.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So, I
Look.
mean, I probably wouldn't have offered my daughter, but I maybe tried to go find a couple that wasn't doing nothing.
DC.
No, you know what
And
I'm
look,
saying.
and look at the fact that he was picking them up at McDonald's. He was picking them up at McDonald's. That was
That's
his
what he's
favorite
picking
spot.
The rock and
That
roll
was his
down
favorite
on that
spot.
one.
McDonald's.
That's what he's picking up.
Picked a lot of them up
I
at
don't know
McDonald's.
about that. I mean, I heard he used to hang out at the high schools and stuff.
Yeah, my
I-
daughter went to Kenwood
And-
High School.
All
So-
I'm saying is,
Did he-
as a parent,
did
you
he
know
hit
what
on
it
you?
is. Your daughter coming home
tried.
with Gucci bags and stuff.
Hold on. Stop
You know
right
what it
there.
is.
So these
I asked him,
prosecutors,
did he hit on
Hold
you?
on,
Did you
man.
hear what he said?
Who?
He said he tried.
R.
You know,
Kelly?
he tried to hit on one of my daughters.
Who, R.
so
Kelly?
these,
Yeah,
so these
up
prosecutors.
at Kenwood,
let me
up
tell
at
you
Kenwood
something,
High
man.
School.
R. Kelly hit on a bodyguard that I had at one time.
Yeah.
And he looked like R. Kelly. We were in Tampa, Florida, at the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you, R. Kelly tried to take him back to the hotel.
That's what, okay. So we're saying the
and
prosecutors.
the guy was asking me, could
knew
he beat
what was
shit
going
out
on
of
and
him?
never
He
went
not
at
shit.
him.
I said, no. Huh? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, just for years, you know, that's always been suspected or thought. I'm sure it crossed the prosecutor's desk, and they never went full-fledged at him until he stopped deciding to pay people the money. That's all I wanted to look at. Like, the thing came out in the 90s, and he just making album after album.
But Reverend,
There is a bigger agenda
the crime
behind it.
is not against the parents, really.
I ain't saying it's the
The
parents.
crime
yeah.
is against the child.
I got you, but how do you just let them do that for
Until
years?
the child says,
Whenever
I've
you
been
catch him,
violated.
the
Until
nigga
the
is
child
caught.
says, I've been
If you catch him
violated.
80 years later, you ought to lock his ass up.
Until the child says, I've been
I agree, but he
violated.
never
Because the parent don't know the child is violated until the child says, I've been
No,
violated.
wrong.
Yeah.
Because the child may be with the shit. He still need to go to jail.
Exactly.
So the child may not say they violated. The child may say, hey, get your ass out of here, mom and daddy. I'm enjoying this shit.
Yeah, just like them kids busting down them teachers. They don't never complain. Somebody can tell
Well,
on the
the
boys.
men busting down the girl, but now it's a little, well.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Now, I'm just saying, most of the time, it's a boy sleeping with his teacher.
Yeah, what's
he
wrong?
don't hardly ever
What's
tell.
wrong?
It has to be from higher up.
What's
Let me
wrong with
tell.
that?
I'm just saying.
Well, I can tell you that. Look,
That-
before he
that-
called
that-
himself the Pied Piper, he was known on the South Side of Chicago as a pedophile.
Say what now?
R. Kelly.
He's known as the Pied Piper.
No, that's what he called himself.
Right.
But
And I know
we used
what's
to call
behind
his
it.
ass Chester the child molester.
Chester the molester.
Why y'all didn't stop it then?
Why we gonna
Yeah, why
stop?
you
How
stop
the
it
hell
then?
you gonna stop? Y'all being unrealistic now.
I'm saying,
to the
I'm saying-
Why you gonna
police.
stop it?
If-
Why you
if-
didn't stop P. Diddy?
Hey, we didn't know about that. we didn't know about that till he stoned
No,
your girl.
we don't know about
How
either
you
one
say
of
you
them.
don't know about
thing
that?
is,
We don't know
we
about
all
either
saw
one of them,
his
but-
relationship with Aaliyah, so it wasn't no doubt that it was something questionable. Like now you see all the footage of all the rappers hanging out with Aaliyah, but I be feeling like if I'm around any 15-year-old girl, you ain't even gonna see me sit this close as I'm sitting to Sister JJ. Like I'm
Absolutely.
Hey, man, let me
I'm gonna be
agree
off
with
of
you.
that gal because I don't even want you to look at me
Hey,
and be
agree
trying to
with you.
say
This
I'm
honest to
tripping
God
with this
truth.
little
I agree
girl.
with
I
you
had
on that.
daughters, right? Mm-hmm. When my daughters had them pool parties and shit in my house, they were like, Daddy, come out here with us. They had their little friends out there.
Nope.
I'd go in my office and lock the door.
That's right.
Yep.
And peek
And
out
that's,
the blinds.
that's a man
Them
of
little
had some
integrity.
blinds in the
14,
office.
15, 16, be out
That's a
there,
man of
in them
integrity.
bathing suits and shit. Oh, no, you ain't
Oh, yeah.
catching me up
That's
in none
right.
of that shit.
Yeah, when I was at
That's
South
right.
Alabama, coach,
That's
I
a
was
man
go out
of
there.
integrity.
arm's length. I said when some of those my ladies were like, we're doing fellowship with Christian athletes, hey, arm's length. Didn't do that. Like
Yeah.
when I was at South Alabama, hey, need to stay right there, no closer. All that. So you
I
gotta
mean,
protect yourself.
I was so when I first met my wife right now. She had a daughter and a son,
Yeah,
and I told her you cannot leave your daughter with me.
because I don't trust myself.
No, it ain't that.
I cannot be trusted.
No, before I met her, I dated a woman who had two daughters, and I told them you cannot leave me at home alone with your daughters because they had a father. I said all it takes is for them to say he touched me, he did something wrong with me. And
You
she's
were protecting
my
yourself.
daughters, they love you and all this. I don't give a damn. But you cannot leave. I'm not going to watch them. You're not going to leave them with me.
Man, just keep your camera.
But
If she
here's-
see
but
that you
here-
got
but
them
here's
dude
the thing.
wipes, she ain't
But
gonna
here-
want no
but-
son.
But here's the deal. Here's
Can't
the
make
deal.
the woman
As a
feel like
woman,
she can.
as a woman, and my queens may be upset with me, but this is how I feel. As a woman, you should be mindful about leaving your children with your boyfriends anyway.
I disagree with that.
I don't.
Because you don't have no business being with no man that you can't trust with your children.
Well-
I've
No, it
been,
ain't that,
I've been
DC.
left with girlfriends, children. They ain't no way in hell.
I've been
Well,
there
see,
too,
here's-
DC.
but-
But I
here's
be
the
watching.
deal.
I
You
ain't gonna
can
get caught
trust-
up in no thing with a
DC,
child. Because
I-
children will tell some lies.
I've been there, DC, but
Absolutely.
I beg
Get
to
mad
differ
at
with
you
you.
and say
I
something.
beg to differ with you. I've been there. I've dated a lot of women. Most women in my past had kids.
You
when I was
dated a lot
dating.
of women. Shit.
But
Some of them kids was yours too.
but I would not let them leave me alone with their daughters.
Yeah, if I'm just dating, you're just dating somebody.
Well,
but
I
if
mean-
it's a serious relationship.
Serious relationship,
And,
DC.
well, I mean, if it's serious,
It's serious. I still you cannot
See,
leave
it-
me.
and you can't be trusted with the woman's daughters. I mean, it's something wrong.
No, I
But-
can
but
be
this is the-
trusted.
hold
but
on.
if the daughter, some reason I'm chastising her, and she says he did something to me, and tell her real father, and he posts
Out of vengeance of
agreement,
sadness.
a grievance against me, I didn't want that to happen.
But here's the deal,
Yeah.
DC. You're looking at it from the perspective of you are a man of
Integrity.
exactly. There are
I am
women
too.
who have thought that they could trust, really felt like they could trust that man, and the man have no clue that he was molesting her daughter. Okay, so I'm gonna do a shameless plug. A love story. The Price I Paid, Volume 3 coming out,
what that's
and
about?
one of my
doing this.
one of my authors, that's her situation. Her mother trusted her stepdad, who was her husband.
And she didn't know her daughter was, back in the day, you used to call it fast.
Her daughter was not fast. Her daughter was 8 years
See,
old.
and
She
you
was
gonna
8
see
years
it.
old.
Yeah, the daughter.
And
She's 8 years old, DT. She
she
8
was
years
8
old.
years old, and the man
she know how to be
told her
fast?
Oh, it's some fast
if he don't do that, DC. And he told her, if you say something,
fast age.
I'm going to kill
It
your
is.
mother. No,
But-
don't say that, DC.
But
Don't
I mean,
say that.
I mean,
that's
oh, yeah, like he's
that's
being
a-
real.
saying
Not
that's
fast.
I ain't saying that's your
Yeah.
situation, but
Yeah, I'm
DC's
not
right.
saying
Not my
It's a-
situation,
it's a-
but-
there is some fast,
it's
but
not-
it ain't that fast where a
Man,
grown man should
listen.
be recognized.
No.
No, ain't no excuse for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No
understand that.
circumstance.
No.
But-
Ain't no excuse for that with 15,
No.
16, 17. I
Right.
mean, you know,
No.
you're grown.
But there is some fast.
So back to the point of it's about protecting not only your child but protecting the man as well. So this should be a balance to me because you felt as though you could
Okay.
trust this man.
Let me give you a scenario. You in this serious relationship with a woman. She got daughters,
Yeah.
2 daughters. All right. And I don't know, even if y'all not living together, serious relationship.
Right.
And you're going to tell me, this lady need to run to the store. I'm just making this up now. She needs to run to the store and get some cigarettes. Take your 2 daughters with you.
No.
Or
I'm
you
not
gonna go
saying
to the
that.
store to get the
I'm not
cigarettes
saying
for 'em.
I'm not saying it was that way, DC, but for a period of time, if she was going out of town and I had to take care of the daughters, I'd say send them
Oh,
to the
that's
father.
different now. You talking
that's
about
different, but
long
that's
term.
yeah,
You talking
Well,
about
even with that, it doesn't take
you sleeping in there with him at night.
it
and that-
doesn't
that's
take
something different.
it
now.
doesn't take long for a pedophile to do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
So it's
Or
I
he
just
or
wouldn't-
she wants to do.
he or you're right, he or she. So I'm
I used
very
to hope my boy. I used to hope my 5th grade teacher was a pedophile.
when my ex-husband and I divorced,
She was fine, boy. My 5th grade teacher.
I made a choice for me when I looked at my daughter and I looked at my son, and I just made a choice for me. I said, I just don't want to put you all in a situation where I can't trust them, or or put you all where I'm thinking I can trust somebody, and you guys are being hurt behind my poor choice. So
I think we.
See, no, I did the manly chores of a man for the family. I dropped the kids off of school. I picked them up, but I did not let them. When she went out of town, I said you have to keep it. You had to let someone else watch it.
Oh, yeah, something like that at a time.
I think at some point
But, I mean,
you gotta.
you can't be trusted with the child for an hour or two. You got a damn problem. You a freak.
No.
I think
didn't
you a
want-
freak because normally somebody will come in, they be like, "Let me smell your nuts" or something. They think you cheating. They want to smell your nuts and your finger now.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
want to make sure you.
What kind of relationship
What-
y'all
hold on,
have?
hold on. Hold on,
wish
let me
Elroy
say
would
this.
try to charge
Let me
like
say
that.
this.
Right,
Let
that's
me
what I'm
say
saying. It's like baby boy a little
Let me
bit.
say this. I was at the time I was dating a woman who was going through a divorce.
I'm glad she was a woman.
So
She had to clear. I was dating
know
at the
what?
time. I was dating a woman. You started.
it had to be a
She was
woman.
going through a divorce.
who going through a divorce?
You had to clarify the
so
woman part.
the father was petty about me being around
So
his
I
kids.
understand why you said
Oh,
it.
well,
The husband,
Well, then,
yeah,
yeah,
he was-
I
Oh,
understand why
different.
you
See,
said
you
that.
bringing all them
But
circumstances.
then I
you know.
want to say this: my stepdad was the best stepdad in the world to me. So to your point, DC, I understand from that perspective. I mean, when my mom and him divorced, I was going back to Virginia with his biological kids. So I understand what you're saying, but he was a man of integrity. It's just I don't know. It's just one of those things that you just gotta. I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't know you were gonna have them kind of breath later on.
What you say
all
out
right.
your mouth to me? Because you know you're not too far from getting cut.
That's why every time your lady come home, she got to smell your finger. That's why
You ain't too far from getting cut.
every time she
We'll
come
be
in.
back. Some of us will be back.